Welcome, horrible people, to a horrible Thanksgiving episode of the Horrorble Opinions podcast. And as always, I'm your I don't want just ham for Thanksgiving, I want turkey, damn it. It's Turkey Day, host Kenny. Go, 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 go. I think Daniel just made a noise, but Discord didn't give it to us.
Did you make a noise, Daniel?
That was a turkey noise.
Oh, okay. I just want you to know that the smell of meat cooking. Hi, I'm Ryan.
Manifest.
Did we watch the right? Okay, good. Okay, I was wondering. Did we all watch the right movie?
Well, no, we all didn't.
I'm getting no reactions out of you guys. So I'm like,
look,
uh-oh.
How many times have we watched this movie before we decided to record on it?
At least 50.
Well, at least 50, but I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
I watched it like last month.
I watched it like yesterday.
I watched part of it yesterday
as well.
I'm watching part of it now, actually. It's never not the right time to watch it.
Did we say did anyone say the name of the movie? Did we do that? Oh
shit. We're watching 1999's movie of the year, Ravenous.
The soundtrack is so, I want to say this movie, it's like I watched it again and I'm like, the soundtrack in this turns it into a dark comedy, into a black comedy. But it's also so good.
It's so good. Dale forgot how good the soundtrack was. We had a pregame talk because Ryan was late.
What?
I liked parts of the soundtrack. I kind of feel like the soundtrack is a character in the movie.
Oh, it is. I
can't elaborate. Your guys' job is to elaborate on my thought.
Interpret the thought and then spit it back out. Okay. No, everything about it's good. It's a banger.
Everything about it's a banger, and it's a perfect Thanksgiving movie. Ryan, what do we watch when we make a big stew?
We watch Ravenous.
Ravenous is the stew movie.
Stew movie.
Someone wanted to get in an argument with me on Twitter and try to say Ravenous wasn't a Wendigo movie because they know Wendigos.
What do you mean it's not a Wendigo movie?
That's what I said, and they kept going back and forth, and I was like, look, man, since you don't know how to Google yourself, let me go ahead and give you the link to the Google of all the many interpretations of what a Wendigo is. And then you know what happened after that? They blocked me.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And I was like, that's what I thought. Out here.
I could give you an example of a not Wendigo movie. There was this one movie where the back of the DVD case specifically said there was a Wendigo. And you know what happened in that movie? I feel like it was a Tommy Lee Jones movie. I think it's The Missing. Is that a...
Oh, no. Okay, this one, yes, I know what you're talking about. There was no Wendigo.
There was no Wendigo.
There was no supernatural in that whatsoever.
The back of the DVD case says Wendigo.
It says, what if there was a Wendigo?
He left his family to go follow a bird that was flying. Okay.
Pissing me off.
Pissing him off.
But that's not this movie. Because this movie doesn't piss anyone off.
This movie has a Wendigo.
Is this not one of the most stacked casts you've ever seen in a movie?
Oh my god. I'd forgotten half the people in this.
It's so good. Guy Pearce, Robert Carlyle, David Arquette, Jeffrey Jones.
Yay.
Well, shout that. Whoa, Ryan. Whoa.
Okay, so
Ryan.
Listen.
John Spencer.
This is before.
I gotta bring you back with John Spencer. Jeremy Davies.
Yeah.
Jeremy Davies doing what Jeremy Davies does.
And what does he do?
He tells you sort of neurotic character that he does in everything.
I am writing a hymn.
Yep, that's the one.
Hey, he's awake. Oh my god, I want someone to just do that ASMR whispering into my ear, just, wake up. Don't you?
Why don't you just record it for yourself then, bro?
Wait a second.
Because I want someone's fingers like...
It's kind of like, what was that character I played? Carn Cherry.
No, Con Cherry.
Carn Cherry.
I don't remember Con Cherry. Con Cherry didn't give me tingles.
Didn't give him tingles, Daniel.
That's fair.
Wow, this was this writer's first movie. Ted Griffin, he went on to write Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Matchstick Men.
Yeah.
He should have just used the casts from this in Ocean's 11. We got 11 great stand-up men.
Why come I don't see Robert Carlyle in more things?
So the only other thing that ever comes to mind for me for Robert Carlyle was his Rumpelstiltskin in that. Yeah, and it was fantastic in it.
Perfect.
That and Trainspotting.
Was that for me? As Dracula in
the game.
In the bad games, yeah.
Yeah, they aren't great. I mean, people liked him in Stargate, right?
I didn't watch that Stargate.
You didn't watch Universe?
But I looked, the IMDb rating for it's really high.
He was good in 28 Weeks Later.
True.
But like, okay, let me pull up a thing and actually look and see what he's been doing. A Show Called Cobra, The Full Monty, North of Normal. He was in a War of the Worlds miniseries in 2019. He was in that Yesterday, like, Beatles movie. He was uncredited as John Lennon.
Sure, but I want to see him doing things like this.
I just want to see him doing things.
Like,
again,
why has he not been a live-action Dracula?
He'd be a good live-action Dracula. He's got a look. He's got a hell of a look. Robert Carlyle. Remember the name. He's going places. Yes.
Daniel.
Guy Pearce.
What's this
and
movie?
then there's Guy Pearce. We're not done talking about that fucking star-studded cast, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Guy fucking Pearce.
Okay?
Lockdown. That's a
Guy
movie.
Pearce. Lockdown is such a good movie. Not enough people have seen Lockdown. Lockdown is so fucking good. He's so good in it. It's like, he's so good in it. Yep. Dog, you ever see Guy Pearce in Memento?
Have you?
Have you ever seen Mementos?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's The Fresh Maker. Of course I've seen it.
Yeah. It's so
It doesn't
good.
make sense, that movie.
It doesn't have to.
It's confusing.
It's
confusing. Not in order.
Guy Pearce. You ever seen Guy Pearce in that rendition of A Christmas Carol?
No.
He plays a hell of an Ebenezer.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. Have
Iron
you ever
Man
seen
3.
Oh man, you thought he was a lame duck and a dead fuck, but he's not. He's Guy Pearce. He tricked you. You ever see The Count of Monte Cristo? Guess what? Guy Pearce. I love Guy Pearce. Did you guys know that?
I love Guy Pearce as well.
Guy Pearce could be in anything. Guy Pearce is maybe one day Guy Pearce is the next Gary Oldman. He becomes old Guy Pearce. No, you don't. David Arquette is in this movie.
Yeah.
Playing the role he was born to play.
You noticed how his name came very last?
I don't even think they gave him a name. Like a title.
Oh, he did. It was like the very last one. And David Arquette.
Listen. Okay.
I love him in the Scream movies.
Sure.
Dewey, fantastic. I love him in this movie because he's an idiot. And in this movie, he gets to play an idiot. So it works out so well. He's a
lovable idiot.
I only wish he could have done some wrestling moves in this one to get that career started earlier.
I bet he wishes
200
he could
years earlier.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's in Buffy. Okay? He's in Airheads. Okay? He's an icon.
You don't really need to explain David Arquette. I think everyone knows who David Arquette is.
They should, because it's David Arquette. He might even be... He's definitely.
But let's
top
talk
two
about
Arquette
the name
siblings.
that Ryan went, yeah, when you said Jeffrey Jones.
Jeffrey Jones. Howard the Duck. Beetlejuice.
Pedophile.
Is that confirmed? I don't know.
Well, okay, I was actually going to ask you, what's the difference between pleading guilty and pleading no contest?
No contest?
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically what it sounds. Depends on the state.
The Quarry.
So
We're still on David Arquette.
So no contest means you're not admitting guilt. You are admitting that the state has sufficient evidence that they could prove your guilt. So you're willing to take a deal, basically, for a lesser sentence instead of rolling the dice at a trial.
Like, I'm not saying I did this, but I'm saying you guys might be able to pin this on me.
And I'm willing to take this deal that you're offering. I'm not saying I did it. It's one of the worst fucking things in the legal justice system where you can say, no, I'm not really guilty, but I'm going to take this deal. Because it's basically, anyway, never mind. Continue.
Because it looks bad.
Well, it's us saying we're putting someone away who's saying they're innocent instead of having to prove their guilt. we're allowing that to happen for what reason?
Okay,
I don't know.
Well, he pled no contest, I'm pretty sure.
And they didn't put him away. He had 5 years of probation and had to register as a sex offender and undergo counseling.
Now, what was the specific allegation?
He was accused of inducing a 14-year-old boy to pose for sexually explicit photos.
No.
Makes him as that really nosy principal in Ferris Bueller's, and it casts you in a different light, huh?
Where is Ferris? Ferris is at home?
Well,
I guess I'll go to his home.
I guess I'll go to
Better just go to his house.
Doesn't matter. I got a photo album full of them.
He pled guilty in 2009 for failing to update his information on the registry and was sentenced to 3 more years of probation and 250 hours of community service.
Community service at a school, I hope.
Oh, of course. It's a not a good a thing. we don't like that thing that happened. And we're gonna lighten the blow of the Jeffrey Jones allegations by doing an accent.
Well, he gets murdered in this movie. There you go.
Yeah, well, that's what he gets for rocking that boy like Amadeus.
I wouldn't say he gets murdered.
Sacrificed, willingly butchered.
Assisted suicide.
Daniel, what's this movie about?
It's about Jeremy Davies.
McGrubbins. What's this movie about?
Jeremy Davies. Okay. The Black Phone. He's in this movie called Dark Harvest that people are talking about we might have to watch. Okay, he's the voice of Baldur in the God of War games.
Kenny has to do this because he didn't watch the movie.
Okay.
Let me get my time in. He was Richie in the Amazing Constantine season that shouldn't have been canceled.
I thought you were going to say he was Richie in the Highlander series. I'm like, wait a second, what?
Him as Baldur in not in Baldur's Gate, but in God of War. Very good.
Very good. He was in Twister.
Not a Jeremy Davies character at all, really.
No, it really isn't, actually. He was in Justified.
Yeah, Justified. He's in Hannibal.
Roland, did you eat that whole cake?
It was Justified. Justified.
With my friends, they had an idea that they were going to do like a Justified spoof, only that character was going to be like really fat. And it was just every time the office had snacks or anything around, like they'd leave the room and come back and it'd be gone. And they just have to ask him, like, did you point out that did you kill that?
Character's
did you eat
name
that?
is Raylan, not whatever you said.
Well, this one was Roland.
Okay.
We changed it a little. And they're like, Fat Roland, did you eat all that cake? And he was going to say,
let's talk about that. I like this.
It was Justified.
It was Justified.
In fact, now this is the challenge to you on this glorious Thanksgiving day to pick one dessert at your family gathering and just eat the whole thing before you touch anything else. Don't let anyone touch it. You just go in there, you grab grab that pie.
There'll probably be some pies. Oh, some apple fritters. I want apple fritters so
There's not going to be apple fritters at Thanksgiving, you dumb...
What?
We had apple...
We always had apple fritters.
We did until that lady died. But
yeah, we could have just made them ourselves.
That's a breakfast thing.
Yeah.
That's so random.
It's a breakfast, lunch, dinner.
It is random, but they were very good.
Oh my God.
Well, get the recipe. I want these fritters.
Can't, she's dead.
Get me pictures of Spider-Man and get me apple fritters. Can we talk about this movie, guys? It's a good-ass movie.
Well,
Let me
Ryan,
tell you,
I was trying to do the synopsis, but you kept talking about actors.
But
Let me tell you that this movie had 3 different directors.
Oh, okay.
This is true. I read this as well. But go on.
First one, fired 2 weeks into production.
Why?
Second one.
Why?
He tried to get that one guy to pose for some sexually explicit photos.
No, he was arguing for more money. And more money for the production, and they wouldn't give it to him. So then they came in and fired him.
Okay.
And then the second guy, the crew, everyone involved in the movie basically did a mutiny and said, we ain't gonna work with this second guy.
Why?
So then, I don't know, they just didn't like him.
They didn't like him. So then Robert Carlyle comes in from the top ropes and brings in Antonia Bird. Like, hey, look, I know this chick from some of these other movies that I did. And she's really great. And Robert Carlyle, you might remember, was in The Full Monty, Trainspotting 2.
28 weeks later.
28 weeks later.
He was, is it Gabriel Bell? He's one of the Belmonts in the Dracula games.
Daniel, can you give us a synopsis of this movie?
But no, I don't want Daniel.
You don't want Grubbins. I'm telling you now, you don't want Grubbins.
Daniel, this is the time
it's
for coming together as family, as frenemies. Grubbins.
Hold on. So I haven't been grubbing. Okay, I locked Grubbins away in a box. Like, I don't know, 4 years ago. He hasn't come back out. And if we open up this box now, I cannot be held responsible for what he does.
Grubbins, talk to me.
Grubbins.
I don't even fucking remember what Grubbins was, if I'm honest.
Well, I've never heard Grubbins, so I don't know.
So I think Grubbins is like a little bit of Rick. It's like a little bit of Rick, kind of like that.
Okay.
He had a thing about feet. He loved feet. He was a cleric, okay, but he would only heal people by touching their feet.
Okay.
And he loved rocks.
Because those were close to feet.
Because those were close to feet.
And now he's going to give us the synopsis of this movie. As you just dredged him up from the depths.
I don't think I can do a Grubbins voice. I don't remember what it was.
What if all the audience members, we all collectively, we take our feet, we hold them up high, we wiggle the toes and
look,
dangle.
I got you.
Here, Grubbins.
Yeah. I got you.
Here, Grubbins.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Ravenous is a story made of destiny, and a story about cannibalism. See, I can't do that the whole time.
I don't even think that was the Grubbins voice.
I don't even think that was him.
That's Bobcat Goldthwait. I got sent to the west, and they shipped me over there because I survived the war. I pretended to be a corpse. I pretended to be a corpse, and I accidentally ate blood of my fellow soldier, and it gave me superpowers. You got it in my mouth.
I will say that is an incredible voice.
Unlistenable. I don't know what it sounds like.
It sounds like
I kind of thought it was
someone's
closer.
coughing up gravel.
For some reason, I thought it was closer to the little baby demon voice from Seventh Curse.
That little guy?
Yeah. I think it was closer to that. That's neither here nor there.
No,
We're 20 minutes into this.
That's more like my vampire.
The world is a vampire.
Sludge Queen.
Ravenous is a movie about...
It's a movie.
It's a movie. It's about a man who goes to war. He survives the war, comes back, and then they run into a guy who less likes to eat people because it turns out when you eat a man, you consume his flesh, you consume his essence, you gain his power.
Yeah.
I think we suck at synopsises.
No, well, yes, this is true. This is true.
That gave away a lot. I like IMDb's synopsis of this.
What did they say?
They say, in a remote military outpost in the 19th century, Captain John Boyd and his regiment embark on a rescue mission which takes a dark turn when they are ambushed by a sadistic cannibal.
He's a Wendigo.
They give you some.
It's cannibalism in the old West.
If it were me, I would have stopped it at it takes a dark turn and leave it vague as fuck.
So it would be a small troop of military men in the California outskirts go out into a cave. Is there a cave?
Is there no?
Is there a cave?
Is Captain John Boyd gets sent out west to interview the man who invents the polar bear diving club.
Talking about polar bear plunge?
Yes. And he does. And he's out there.
Disgraced soldier Boyd gets sent to military outpost. While at military outpost, a homeless man, I'm going to say homeless man because that's a good way to describe him, but he's not really homeless, right? Turns up outside base, takes them. Homeless man tells story about him being in a party going across mountains, and basically tells the Donner Party story where they had to eat each other to survive. Homeless man then leads them back to the cave where there's supposed to be some survivors still alive. Turns out it's a trap. Homeless man likes eating people. Is that better?
Not really a synopsis, more like a summary.
Isn't that a synopsis? A summary?
What's the definition of a synopsis?
Maybe we
probably
should have figured that out before we decided to make the synopsis such
is
a
like
big...
elevator pitch.
Okay, elevator pitch.
Like it's like maybe 1-2 sentences. You're done.
Elevator pitch. Eating people gives you superpowers.
Why do we like this movie so much?
It's so good.
Why?
Because the stew looks good. The cast looks great.
So good.
It's so random. Why is... What's his character name? Why is...
Ooh, characters. Okay.
Private Reich?
He's our soldier.
Why is he out in the cold-ass water, like, half naked, like, just flexing by himself out there, just...
He's conditioning his body. It's like a soldier would.
Yeah, he's doing Batman training. No, in Hot Fuzz... They had to send him away because he was too good a policeman. They were making everyone else look bad. They had to do that to Reich because he was just too good.
That is perfect.
So you go...
Up until he wasn't.
No, he's still great. Look,
he was still great.
He just didn't do it that good.
He didn't do that good in the fight.
He was a little too amped up for it. It's too long in him, and he just pant up. Was all pent up, and he went for a fly. It's fine. Why is Private Cleves still employed?
The highly medicated Private Cleave. You'll note. So, okay, here's our cast of characters. We've got... Who do we got? Boyd.
John Boyd.
Captain John Boyd. So that's Guy Pearce, okay?
Disgraced military man.
Because he just tells them, look, when we were fighting in the war, I watched all my buddies just get blown to bits and shot. So I'm like, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to lie down. I'm going to take a nap. And you know what?
He's a coward.
Works. So here's the thing. I don't know. Is he? Or is he just like smart?
He is. He's a coward throughout the whole movie.
No, he's smart.
No. Put it in the context for the whole movie. Yes. In the context of that first situation where he does it, if it's at the point where, look, hey man, I'm not going to be able to help in this particular fight at this point in time. This one's lost. I'm going to try to live to fight another day.
So then you run away. You don't lie down on the ground and pretend to be dead.
No, he can't.
Although it is smarter, but he's not doing it. He didn't get shot
because he lied down.
If he immediately, I'm saying if he runs away, he gets shot.
Oh, okay.
If he immediately, after he survives this, like gets ready and goes back into the next battle, like no problem, charges in the front lines, then no, he's doing what's best for the war overall. Like, okay, this fight's lost. Like, I'm one of 5 people left alive.
That's not his thought process, though.
It ends up not being, as we see as the rest of the movie goes.
However, by doing that, he's still inadvertently, he's positioned that he's able to snap a guy's neck, take another guy's pistol, and then he single-handedly takes the higher-ranking members of... If he was a coward, why would he do that?
That's because he accidentally ingested the fellow man and their strength was coursing through him.
Oh, yes.
In my memory, they went more into that than they actually do in the movie.
Right.
Like he had a power-up scene?
Yeah.
Like the blood got in his mouth and it was like a sensu bean?
I think it is a sensu bean, yeah.
You guys want to try this later?
I'm down.
You haven't already?
What do you want? Have until ready? What?
You haven't already?
You haven't already.
Okay, I heard what Daniel heard and I was very confused.
You have till ready.
Set? Yeah.
Go.
I drink my own blood.
Ryan's chasing us.
Run.
Can it be your own?
No, it hasn't worked for me unless I just got the bad blood.
But you do have bad blood.
Yeah, but now we got mad love.
Okay, so...
No, we used to have mad love.
But now we got bad blood.
We go to Fort Spencer, which is being run by Colonel Hart, and our minister from the Lord...
Notice, Ryan, no children there.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Ryan?
I think...
These people have all been sent there because they're all pariahs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why is Toffler?
Mm-hmm.
Why is our good minister Toffler there? Is he just because
he's a drunk?
Could you spend 5 minutes with that man?
He's annoying is what he is.
Yes, he's...
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Colonel Knox, who's completely drunk.
The doctor who's
then
we
got Rock, who's like hardcore. Like Martha and George were just here, so...
They just lived there already.
They're hanging out. That's why they're like almost... Martha's normal. George and Cleves are smoking the pot a little bit too much.
George is normal. He just likes a good time.
Well, there's nothing else to do there, right?
Martha has poor taste in men.
Well, she has not eaten any of them. What are you talking about?
Oh, good point. Because, isn't she into Cleves?
No.
She's very adamant that Cleves can have all that other stuff, but no women.
But she's talking about, no women.
Because she's
Those are the only English words she knows.
No, she knows more than that.
I know that.
How dare you?
I know that.
I don't know that.
There's this cool thing the movie does. So like whenever Boyd is thinking about the war or holding his medal, the sound will play the sound of the battle he was in.
Sound is a big part in this movie. The sounds of people eating, so fucking gross.
You say gross. Oh, it made me so hungry.
Oh, so I'm so hungry watching this all the time.
Gee, that's why we always have stew.
You gotta
He's
have
at his
stew.
celebration dinner with all the other Marine people.
Oh, God.
And it's just the sounds of eating, so fucking gross.
Oh, God, Daniel, you're sounding like the smell of meat cooking. I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord for mouth sounds.
Ugh.
Look, all I'm saying is this movie is my experience every time I play the Oregon Trail. Doesn't matter what happens, I always end up in a hole.
I don't think your people
to
can eat each other. I don't think that's an option.
I've modded it. So you start by eating the bison, or yeah. Do I have bison? No, oxen. There we go. You start by eating the oxen.
Yeah, you probably don't have bison.
Because I'm trying to shoot the bison, but I keep missing, and I could only bring 4 bullets apparently.
I'm not sure why you're missing, because it's real easy. Here's where on Oregon Trail.
Destiny.
Yeah, this movie is about manifest destiny and capitalism.
It's capital. It's about the not saturated. Satiable,
insatiable hunger
of consuming,
consuming expansion.
Yes,
yeah.
And what does it get you? It gets you in a bear trap with
bear traps are fucking big,
right?
How big would that bear be? God damn, this is a big trap. Bear.
They're in California. You got big old bears.
Do they? I don't know that.
California bears.
You might know that. I don't know that.
That's what they say they are.
I know that.
Okay.
Well, I know that that's where they are. I'm asking about the bears.
So,
have we mentioned anything that's actually happened in the movie yet?
I'm getting to it. We just got to talk about all these
31 minutes into it.
Well, I don't know. Should we?
Happy Thanksgiving!
Okay, so
Boyd gets to Fort Spencer. He gets the rundown of the place. And
I want to talk about that steak he was eating.
Guy Pearce is in Memento.
Did he eat any steak in Memento?
Memento.
Uno momento, por favor, yeah?
Look, that must have been prime rib or something, because that looked so raw.
Disgusting.
And those things are so massive, and they're all just digging in. There's not a potato on that table. There's bread.
Fun fact. Can I give a fun fact?
Sure.
Shoot.
Guy Pearce, vegetarian.
Okay.
Oh, so this might have been him actually, like, really puking from the thought of this delicious-looking meat. They're all chewing all these mouth noises, and they're having a banquet, and then he goes and runs off to the side and throws up because he can't eat the steak because he's thinking about eating his partner.
And then the West Wing guy says, "You're a loser."
Yeah, you're a loser, Harry. That steak, I'd eat it. Hey, right now. I just had to rewind back to it and look at it again. It looks so good.
Oh, sure. Little A1 sauce. You're good.
Yeah, fantastic.
So like Daniel said, he gets there, and what do we get on our very first night at Fort Spencer? We get Mystery Man.
Life is a mystery. Who is this guy out in the cold? Why did we make him naked? Who touched his junk?
Well, he was hypothermalizing, so they had to get him out of those cold, wet clothes and into the warm bath.
And they didn't show it, but they all stripped down because you got to get that body heat from everyone else. There was a big cuddle on the bed with him.
Oh yeah, big old mad sauna.
It's
mad
a real
sauna
sausage party.
Yeah.
It's a man movie for men.
Big man movie.
So they get him warm.
For men.
You know, his blue goes to pink again. He's all good, and they're like, okay, if he lives or dies,
we eat him. It's fine.
We'll eat him. Well, fine. That's what kind of movie this is. But you know what? He wakes up and he has a story to tell. And let me tell you, we've got the monologue in Jaws, right? And we have this monologue that he gives, Ravenous, of just like, geez, Daniel, the smell of meat cooking.
Yeah, so we was gonna go over the mountains with this group with my gang of peeps, right? We was going over.
Random gang.
Yeah, it's just me and the gang. We was going over the mountains. Turns out we took a dumb route. It's supposed to be shorter, but not shorter, longer. But then we're stuck in winter. We find cave. Then one of us dies. But we's out of food. We ate the leather. We ate the horses. We ate all that. But we're stuck in cave now. But one of us dies, and I'm out collecting wood or whatever. You know, as you know me. You know your boy likes to get wood. So I'm out there getting wood, and then I come back and I smell something. I smell something good. What could it be? It is our friend that died. They are cooking him, but it smells so good.
You were out there for 3 months and you only lost 30 pounds? I thought you said there was no food.
I said there was no food. I did not say there was nothing to eat. You understand?
No, that's a weird wording thing that you did that intentionally confused me. So I think if you can eat it, it's food.
Well,
it
you
might
can
not be
eat
food
people.
you like.
People are not food.
This is what we teach.
Think they are.
This is what we teach you in school. Actually, if we've done right, people, not food.
I can
People.
eat this tape.
No,
This tape is not food.
You will not get nutrition out of that.
I bet I would get something out of it.
Yeah,
I
Dawkins trip. It'd probably string out of your poopy butt, and you have like to be pulling out the thing.
It's like pulling
That's
out dental floss out of your doggy.
That's when you find out who your true friends are.
I'd pull it out with my teeth.
Yeah. Got to. You gotta,
Yeah.
like you're the yanking a lawnmower, starting a lawnmower.
So you know what you also got to do? Because there might be because you said you started eating him, but you didn't stop there. Did you eat anybody else?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Who else did you eat?
So we ran out of that guy, right?
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Pretty
we
quick.
were ravenous.
He's hungry. And so then I guess we killed everybody else, too. So.
Well, I mean, didn't you leave like maybe 2 people alive?
Oh, yeah, there was a dude and some lady.
Oh, a lady you say, oh, well, then we got to go find them. And then this movie
Go
becomes...
save her.
She's probably still up there, so we should probably go get
The
her.
movie then becomes the Fellowship of the Hat.
Yeah, and it's fine.
That is true. The hat, yeah.
It was a fair process. We rock, paper, scissored from there on out. Like, you lose, you get it.
Why didn't they just leave the cave?
It's really cold outside.
It's a storm.
What storm?
There was a big wintry storm that trapped them.
If
She
they
might know
weren't
that. I
so
don't know that.
hungry and wanted to eat all the skin, they could have saved the skin and wrapped themselves in the skin.
Because, Daniel, we'll find out later, it's all a lie.
Oh,
he lied.
shit.
He didn't eat anybody. They're all safe.
Yeah, they're back there playing cribbage.
This has got to be the most excitement these people have had in forever. They get a new housemate,
right?
and then they get a strange dude, all like in 24 hours.
And then they get to go on a journey.
Journey. We have a purpose. Also, I want a giant fire pit in the middle of my house that I can hang a huge fucking pot over.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. We got that big pot in the house. You used it the other day to make soup. How much soup did you make in that big ass pot?
It was too much, I'll tell you that
How
much.
many legs did you boil in that pot, Daniel?
I could have boiled a human leg in that pot. At that point, it's no longer a pot. That was a cauldron.
Yeah, I don't know why you use that to make soup. I just
Well,
assumed
I wanted
everything
a
else was
lot.
dirty. You wanted that? That could feed an army. That is a pot that you
Okay,
put
I
in
didn't think about the logistics of then
because you
putting
need
the
more
pot.
liquid because it'd be too thin. So
No,
you
no,
have
no.
to.
I didn't think about the logistics of then putting that pot full of soup in the fridge. Let me tell you, didn't fit.
That's an outside pot, right? That's not a
It's a huge pot.
That's not a pot meant
I
for
forget-
refrigerators.
I forget how many quarts it is, but
It's a lot.
It's a lot. You can make a heck of a
I could
big
probably
chili
sit in that pot.
Hell yeah.
How do
Like
you
a cat.
find, like, legitimately, how do you find anything in the woods?
Oh, well, you just stumble across it and you say, that's what I was looking for. Because when you're trying to find something or someone,
Hey, he was licking me.
he was licking me.
At that point, okay, because homeboy falls off a cliff because he's stupid.
Toffler, yes. He found a bone, Daniel.
He was
Who cares?
excited. He gets to the top of that hill and he is so
And
excited.
You know what? I don't think it was a bone. I think maybe it was just like a branch or
probably
a
just a
twig.
rock.
A sun-bleached twig. He's like, ooh, I'm Toffler. Ooh, I found a bone. Oh, falling down the
I
hill.
got a clue. It's a clue.
Oh, and Reich just jumps off the side of that cliff to go after
Yeah,
him.
he fucking.
He doesn't care, and he doesn't get broken bones.
Well, he's a professional.
He's done this before.
He knows how to fall.
He's a soldier.
It would have been so great if he just like swan dived, like and just did it, and then tucked and rolled.
No, he jumps, and then like the final scene in Tremors where it just splats on the ground. If he just hit a rock, oh man, it would have been a different movie.
He wasn't
but-
a very smart soldier.
No,
so
So
Toffler
he now
takes
has a wound.
tumble, gets a wound. So they make camp. They patch him up, and he's like, "Bourbon, please." Okay, but in the middle of the night, someone comes a sneaking.
Someone's
Someone
doing
comes
a little bit of
sniffling.
licky licky, which normally a little licky licky in the night just fine.
Especially among strangers.
It's all about consent. You did not get Toffler's consent.
If you're sleeping in a tent with me, you've given consent.
To lick your open, oozing wound.
I'll lick whatever I want. I'm in a tent with you. I've been in a tent with you.
I know. My toes have never been cleaner.
Well, man, we got a lot of licking going on in some of our movies. The whole foot in your mouth.
Whole foot in your mouth. What had a whole foot in your mouth?
Talk to me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, it's not Ives' fault. He was confused about consent because he learned about it from Hart.
You mean Calhoun? We don't know he's Colonel. I don't know if he's ever. Okay, so here's a question. He's
none of these people.
He's neither Calhoun or Colonel Ives.
He
is the Wendigo in the darkness.
He's the Wendigo in the darkness. Yes,
I'm down with that. He said his name is Calhoun from Ireland. Later, he says he's Colonel Ives, but maybe he just stole that uniform off of someone he's eaten, or maybe he was always Colonel Ives.
The guy he ate in the cave. Yeah,
the uniform is there. But maybe he doesn't want to present himself as a military man at that point to these people. I don't know.
Actually, what probably happened is that there was a Colonel Ives who was being sent to the base, and he ate that guy while he was en route.
I like this idea. I also like that after this, we turn the Calhoun Colonel Ives character, basically we just turn him into Gollum. This is the Fellowship of the Ring as they tie him. And instead of sampling on it,
because he can't be trusted because he's licking people in the night.
I know. He's trying to get to his precious, and they won't let him, so they have to confine him.
That's true. The story he tells is he says Colonel Ives was their guide, right?
Oh, does he say that?
Yes.
He said, he says.
That's what he says.
We left in April, 6 of us in all, Mr. McCready and his wife from Ireland, Mr. Janus from Virginia, I believe, with his servant, Jones. Myself, I'm from Scotland, and
that's
our guide, a military
Ireland,
man, coincidentally, Colonel Ives. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, it's such a weird travel group because they're from all fucking over.
Well, that's just immigrants.
That's your starting at the St. Louis Arch. Off you go.
Yeah.
So remember the body count here. We need to count the bodies in the cave. Did anyone count the bodies in the cave?
There's 6 bodies in the cave when there should be 5.
Right. So did he just stumble upon that entire group and just eat them? Was he not a part of that group?
He was not a part of that group. I think that cave was his lair, and they accidentally stumbled across him.
You say accidentally. I think he traveled with them.
Maybe.
Well, but then again, why wait for that cave? Because if you are starting way in Missouri or Kansas to do this, this route, then well, I don't know.
Well, you want to be as isolated as possible so you don't get
interrupted.
Caught.
Don't get caught. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
But why would he lie about being Colquhoun if he's Colonel Ives? And if he's Colquhoun, why would he lie about being Colonel Ives at the end? Is it to
Calhoun.
get in with them because they're...
And he's lying just to get in access to the base, to Fort Spencer. Also, how do you find anything in the woods? Oh my God. This just seems so crazy. Okay, so they find the cave because he starts freaking out. And they're like,
well,
why
if
is
you're
he
in the
freaking
woods
out?
all the time.
I guess, man. But if you're searching for someone, if you're searching for me, and I just lay down, cover myself with leaves, and it's one person looking for me.
Yeah.
You're not going to find me. I blend in.
I guess.
Aren't you what are you going to do? You can't search the entire woods. You don't know which direction I've run off in, and you're looking, you don't see me, so now you're panicking. So maybe how do you find anyone? I don't know. But people do.
There you just follow the tracks in the snow.
What it comes down to, Ryan, is that other people spend more time outside. So
that doesn't track, Daniel, because he can't find shit in his house, and we've discussed his house is this one room that he's in, and he looks left, he looks right, it's like it's not there. That's it. That's all he does.
I just did. Yeah,
it's gone. It's gone. Wife's gone. It's all gone. I'm alone.
Farm's gone.
Arm's gone.
What's in the cave?
Okay, so they get to the cave, and Gollum is freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gone over, I guess, to the side of the cave, not in the cave, but on the beach, because there's a nice little river, and he's just freaking out over there. And they're trying to watch him, but they're also trying to watch the mouth of the cave because they think the one guy has the lady held as a hostage in the cave because that was the story they were told.
That's the story. Even though, why do you believe the guy who licked the other guy in the tent at this point?
That's a good point. If he's a licker, what else? What can you trust him?
Sick man outside.
He says that. You go outside.
Sick man outside. Sick man outside.
So they send the soldier and they send Boyd because the soldier needs a higher ranking officer to go in with him for reasons. Protocol.
For plot.
Gotta send a lieutenant in there with him. So they go in there.
I don't think there's a single lieutenant here.
Is Boyd not a lieutenant?
I think he's a
He's a
captain.
What's the difference? I don't know.
Rank?
There is one. Yeah.
I'm sure rank is the difference, but I don't know that.
The letters that you use to spell the word.
LT versus
CPT.
Is he a cat? What is he a cat? What is he?
Captain.
Captain.
Okay,
Boyd.
Captain Boyd. Okay, so Captain Boyd and Private Reichard.
It's the Enterprise. You call him Riker.
Okay,
it's fine.
Okay, Captain Riker.
Phaser's
No,
on.
he's not.
Sexy.
No, Bison.
Oh man, now I'm just picturing Riker in this movie with like his sexy beard. Not pre-beard Riker. That guy can't get any. Not from me.
He's a dead fuck.
He's a dead fuck.
Okay.
Pre-beard Riker outside. Pre-beard Riker outside. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they go in the cave. They're spelunking in that ass.
Yeah. Well,
They are. They're up in it.
yeah.
Because that's what you call that when you go in a cave.
Spelunking in that ass. That's Mother Earth's ass.
Yes.
And you're way up in it.
They find the bodies. And it's all basically skeleton. Because he hasn't wasted any of them. No piece wasted. Straight bones. But then the private counts the bodies. Uh-oh. We've got too many bodies. What does that mean? What does that mean, Ryan?
Weren't there gunshot wounds?
Were there? I don't think you'd be able to tell that on
That I couldn't
like
see.
skeletons.
Well, you'd see the bullet hole. I think there was like some noticeable like, okay, they didn't just die of exposure. Like there were clear signs that they were murdered.
Maybe.
Well,
If I recall.
they would have been because
They were.
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, they started killing each other.
that means that Kowloon has set a trap, and it probably was him.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Run out of the cave!
The way he's sitting outside the cave, like having this little fake panic attack,
Yeah.
like is it? It's so fucking good. Carlisle, he needs to do more things. Have we said that?
So Robert Carlyle, he played Dracula and Belmont in those Castlevania games that no one likes.
Okay.
And he was Rumpelstiltskin.
That's pretty
He
sweet.
was so good at Rumpelstiltskin. Oh my god, he carried that fucking show. It went on way longer than it needed to.
And similar to that, he carried the big Colonel Hart after stabbing him a couple times. He picked that big boy up.
Yeah, he carried Heart's
Got
load.
that superhero strength from eating people. He dug up a knife, a cool-looking knife.
Yeah, I like that he had a knife planted there.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I'll get them to go inside, couple go inside, then I'll have, like, they'll still have numbers on me outside, but it's going to be fine. One of the idiots is probably going to jump down a hill, like, the day before. I'll get a couple licks in to get my umph up, and then, like, I'll just do a little stab.
Kenny,
And then, look, then we got him.
I had not thought about that until you just mentioned it. Yes.
The licks.
No, because when's the last time he had a meal?
It's been a bit.
So
Yeah, that was a power-up moment.
So he took a short rest, got some stats back. Oh my god, brilliant!
I know, I say that about me all the time.
Poor George.
Say more things about me that are nice.
Poor George. I mean, that. What can you say about our good friend George? Man, he tried.
He tried.
He threw that tomahawk, but Calhoun just pivots, picks up Colonel Hart, hits Colonel Hart in the back. Colonel Hart's like, "Oh, why, Dimmy? Why are you doing this to me?" And oh man, gets shot, falls down. All right, bye, George. So now George down, Colonel Hart down, bleeding out. All we're left outside with is what? Toffler. Toffler's all, I'm Toffler. So Calhoun takes a gun, points it at him, pulls that trigger, click. That's really annoying. Man.
Yeah, he's doing hand stuff.
He's doing a lot of hand stuff, and then he tells him to run because it's Deliverance and he's a piggy.
Yeah, it's Deliverance time.
And the music change has to be
Yep, the music
for comic
switches.
effect, right?
100%.
It's so good.
Yeah. Goes to like this little little banjo kind of thing going on as he
And it's getting
chasing
it.
him.
I'm like, oh, I want to chase someone right now.
I read that they only used instruments that they would have had in the time period.
Perfect. That's great.
That's good.
Also, I just went back and double checked the cave scene. The bodies were all like strung up and stripped, so they didn't even need to look like they were murdered. They were clearly harvested.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That fits with the story.
I don't think you leave them on display like that. Like, you would take down the old bodies.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you want to cause
It's a horrific scene.
You know what? He feels like he's Superman because he's powered up so many times. I think he just wants a little bit of joy in his cannibalistic life.
That's fair.
He's living his best life.
We'll find out. Yeah, so. This is the medicine we've all been looking for. But Boyd and Reich get out, and they just see Colonel Hart dead. Well, he's not dead, but he's like gutted, basically, and he's all bleeding out, spurting out blood. George dead, and Reich is just trying to get Boyd to come on, be a soldier man, to go save Toffler. They hear Toffler screaming in the background, so they go find him, and then the music stops. All the sound stops, and they're just looking around, trying to find him. And then Calhoun goes, "Nyah!" And the music starts up again, and they run that direction, and oh no, Toffler
He's having so much fun.
Of course, it's the best game of hide and seek.
Toffler's not.
Toffler has been opened up.
He's been found.
All the while that's going on, like I said, the...
It sure does.
It's so good. Would this movie be good if it didn't have the soundtrack?
No.
You don't think it'd be good at all? If they tried to play it with like a serious tone soundtrack that fit what was going on?
Well, like I said, the music is a character in the movie, so 100%. No.
The music is inside
us all.
Coughlin's head. This is what he's hearing as he's playing with these fuckers.
Yes. This chase banjo kind of music, this is Calhoun's head. And then we cut
not whatever the fucking name Kenny said.
Right.
What'd I say? Coughlin?
You're saying a different name every time, and I love it.
You're all over the place with your syllables and your consonants.
And that's Ryan's thing, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, we switched it up today because it's Thanksgiving.
Security. It is. I'm sharing the gift of the mush mouth. Take my toes and gifts.
Put them in your mouth.
Take my mush
Put them
mouth,
in your mouth
Harry.
and suck them.
So how do they find Toffler? How's he doing?
He's been flayed a little bit.
Well, okay. So what we didn't know and what movie didn't show us is that there was a little xenomorph inside Toffler and it just burst out.
Oh my god, it did.
Oh my god, it did.
And it's just looking for Mama at this point, and it's very sad because we never see it again, so it must freeze and die.
Not only will we never see it again, we never saw it to begin with.
Or Calhoun ate it.
That's interesting. That's an interesting theory. Adding more strength, because it's not a man.
You consume the body of a xenomorph.
You probably die.
It's very acidic. Yeah, it's going to burn the inside of your stomach thing. But he's already consumed Toffler. So
you take a bite of that, and then you start your Hot Ones interview.
Yes, ooh, yeah. Exactly.
And you have some milk. The milk counteracts the xenomorph innards.
But now it's time for the showdown at the edge of a cliff. And I'm watching these two actors walk right up to it. And I'm going, I was like, no.
You can crawl up to it. You can crawl, but you keep like 95% of your body away from it.
I'm like,
just walks right up to it.
What was the safety direction? It's like, look at me. You're not acting right now, okay? No, get out of that fucking actor mindset. All you have to do is walk up, look over. Don't you fucking act 1 second. Just look over the edge and come back. I don't want any acting bullshit from you, okay? Because they can't afford to have them go over the edge.
Yeah. But he does, because he takes a knife from Ives, a throwing knife, and hits him, and somehow that has enough momentum, and maybe there's a bigger slant there than I thought, for him to not only have enough force to roll down the hill off the cliff in general, but that's a big fucking knife sticking out of his chest. As soon as he rolls over the first time, that's going to hit the ground, and that's going to wedge him into place. No, he's see ya! Right off the edge. And then Boyd gets a shot off and actually manages to hit Ives. And then Ives is like, yeah, whatever. He gets back up with blood in his mouth. He's like, I've got you. I got you. Look at the little magic hands.
I know. Like there's points. So he does the Michael Myers sit up, and then he does the leprechaun hand gestures at him. It's just so good.
It's so good.
I think it really informed a lot of his Rumpelstiltskin.
It really does.
Yes.
Like,
and then you know what happens next?
It's so good.
It's Peter Pan fugitive time.
Guys like, or
I didn't
Boyd's
kill
like,
my
you know
wife.
what?
I didn't kill
I'd
my
rather
wife.
jump
I
off
don't
the
care.
cliff than deal with your weird ass. And I gotta tell you, I think he made the right choice.
I've had a lot of dates end in a similar way.
Are you the one jumping off the cliff, or?
Well, if it was me, would I be here?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's
Why
fine.
would you be?
I guess that's a good point.
His jacket got torn. How's your jacket?
My jacket?
I just like how he manages to fall in a way that puts him in the direct path with Reich.
So just so we can grab
So
them
that-
and they can all do the cheese
and then-
roll down the hill.
Yeah, let's just keep falling
Oh.
together.
I'm falling! We're falling!
They pass Chris Farley as he's holding
Wow.
onto that one little root.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Chris Farley?
Yeah, as he's holding onto that one little root, like, be strong, little roots.
What movie is that?
That is Black Sheep.
That's Black Sheep. Different from Tommy Boy.
Yeah, it's very different.
You
Very
should have
different.
referenced the Lewis and Clark movie,
Almost Heroes.
Almost Heroes. Yeah, you should reference that
Yeah.
one.
He's a different character in that, you know?
Not
Different
really.
movie. He's more competent.
Hey, the cat that see me rolling, the hating, the cannibals coming,
They
trying to
roll
eat my
for
feet.
so long. This is John
Daniel.
Wick falling down the stairs.
So, okay. He falls, and then he falls even more because he falls into a hole in the ground, but
Into a hole.
and Wright gets his foot caught.
And then Ives is just like looking over the edge of the cliff. Like he's still in disbelief that he just.
He does the cartoon Willy Coyote. Pew!
Yeah, he's like, I can't believe he just fucking. He just jumped.
Very funny.
And then Ives just well, okay. And then slowly just starts trotting down.
He saunters down there.
Yeah, he saunters down.
He's having a great time.
How does he find? So he walks around the hole basically, but the hole is covered with like a lot of branches, so you can't see it easily. But he's walking like right on the perimeter up. He's found basically where they're at. It blows my mind. Like, how do you do this?
Yeah,
he can
think
smell
his
it,
Wendigo
right?
powers would allow him
He
to
can
smell
it,
yeah.
and they definitely left a trail.
What's this trail you talk about, Precious?
Well, when they're rolling.
They see him rolling. They getting tender. You know he's gonna
This was
eat
the
them.
perfect
It's tasty.
opportunity for an upside down Spider-Man kiff.
Well, instead,
Right?
Reichs kind of
that's
comes back
true.
to life and gives a little chokehold.
Well, he a little freak.
He a little freak.
He a
He's
little
like,
freak.
my last moments, we gonna do autoerotic asphyxiation.
He wanted to be choked also. They were going to choke each other, but
That's a lot of people's last moments, Ryan.
Dave Carradine,
Oh,
real one.
You're a real one. God, but look at Reich's eyes, though. Oh my God. You just stare into those piercing blue
They're
eyes.
so pretty.
That man. Ugh.
That man.
That man. Neil McDonough. Okay. That's his name.
All
Don't
right.
know that that's how you pronounce it, but I like it.
How do you pronounce it?
I said I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know anything. Minority Report. Okay. Captain America. Okay.
Desperate
Chun-Li.
housewives.
Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. Okay.
I saw that.
I don't know
like
what that is.
A lot of people don't. It's the last movie they did.
Oh.
Wait,
okay.
how is the last movie they did Welcome to Raccoon City?
Because it's a new timeline.
Oh, right. He was
Yeah.
West. Wait, no,
It-
was he?
It's
No,
not
he's
crap.
Birkin.
He was Burke?
He's Birkin. Yeah, it's not crap.
Birkin,
People
the
hate it, but it's
doctor,
really
right?
good.
No, it's
Okay.
really good.
Yeah, we have to do that one. We need to avenge it. He was in that Street Fighter movie
Chun-Li?
where he was Bison.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not my bison. Hashtag.
not my Bison.
But
My Bison's Latino.
yeah. Raul Julia.
Yeah, he's in an episode of Quantum Leap. Let's not forget about that. The first thing he was ever in was Darkman. He's dock worker number 2. It's an important part.
There's no such thing as small roles.
Just small penars.
Just small penars. That's right.
So he doesn't find him, so he just goes and Ives has a little sit down on like a little inlet in the middle of the river, and
Well,
he's
he's
just
back.
like
He's
chowing
back
down.
by his cave, just having a good time, skipping rocks, eating.
And then it's nighttime, and then Boyd's like, "You cold, Reich? Give me your coat. Give me your coat. I lost mine. Sir, let me borrow your blanket." It's a basketball reference.
That's not all it takes from Little Reich, though, you know.
It isn't. Well, he does that, and we cut back, and Ives is now out there just skipping stones. So we're just showing that Ives is living his best life once again, and Boyd is once
Stuck
again
in a hole.
in a hole with a dead comrade. Like, okay, how can I do this differently? Reich still got that smile plastered on his face and his eyes wide open. I think that's fantastic. He had to sit there for 3 days with that face going on, you know?
Acting.
Movie magic. He never blinks.
And once he's dead, he does not blink.
Does not blink. And he's like, look, man, tell me what to do. Like, why are you asking him? He just died. You're the one who wounded him. You're doing great, boy.
You're his superior officer. You tell him what to do.
But Daniel, he's a coward. He doesn't have any leadership ability. He needs people to tell him what, except the time he didn't. But now he needs people to tell him what to do. And apparently, Reich told him, eat my leg, bro. It's really tough.
I want you to.
I want you to do it.
I need you to do it.
So he does.
Eat my ass.
And you know what?
Pulls a knife out of his chest and like, yeah.
You don't need this. You're safe now. I guess that's what you say before you're about to eat somebody.
Yeah. God damn you, you're dead now. You're safe now.
Look at me. Who's gonna fix my leg?
Now, what part of him do you cut off and eat first? Because I'm eating the ass.
Why?
We know that your go-to is the ass.
Well, that's going to be like the good meat.
Kenny loves ass.
I love ass. Always have. You want that
ass.
rump roast. It's not going to be tough. Well, actually, everything on him's going to be tough because he like does squats and stuff.
Yeah.
So that might be a nice, muscle butt.
I think you eat his pecs.
Yeah, I think I'd rather eat Toffler. Toffler's in that fine line. Heart's going to have too much, fat content.
I eat the Colonel. He's all fat.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Colonel
too much.
Heart. That's
you're
gonna boil some of that off.
You think that's too much cholesterol?
Yeah, I'm worried about your heart there.
You want to eat some? You want to eat some weed, people? We can eat cleaves.
I'm
get stoned.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to trip.
You take bits of them and you just use it to
sprinkle
it
on cleaves in here.
Sprinkle a little cleaves on my soup. All right.
Yeah.
Can you get the seasoning of cleaves out, honey? Let's make it a night.
Did you say you wanted cloves in this or cleaves? Oh, we getting freaky tonight. Put some cleaves in it. Ooh, freaky cleaves.
Ooh, Ryan's dancing.
I'm dancing because I'm thinking, I'm eating cleaves doo-doo. I'm eating cleaves doo-doo. And now I'm tripping doo-doo.
Some cleaves. Wait, don't eat cleaves doo-doo. Okay, we eat the flesh. We clean out. Like, we don't listen.
That's where the coffee is. Don't tell me what to do.
He's like one of them simian monkeys who eats the coffee beans and then poops it out. Pure. And the acid from inside the monkey's stomach makes the beans better.
We've all been there.
I want you to know that Boyd goes into that hole. His clothes are blue. He comes out of the hole. He's now wearing Reich's coat, but it's inside out. And so now he's coming out half blue, half red, showing his little transition he made because he has consumed the flesh. You know what I'm saying?
Very interesting, Ryan. Did not catch that.
No, nor did I think you would. Never wears yellow. Yellow is not a thing in this movie.
Do you think I could rock Knox's like hair and facial hair?
Oh,
wait, whose?
Colonel Knox, the drunk.
Oh yeah, you could.
I think it's fantastic.
It is, but his head is like long and skinny.
I don't think it fits his head as well as it would fit your head.
I think it would fit my head really well.
I'm willing for you to try.
I think I'm gonna have to give it a shot.
I'm thinking for Halloween we are all Ravenous characters.
Oh, for Halloween 2024?
Rick, I fucked up.
Oh,
Morty, I fucked up.
Morty. Oh no, I got the timelines wrong, Morty.
Timeline's all fucked again.
Yeah, for next year.
Yeah, right. Obviously. Don't wink. Ryan still can't wink Rick right. It messes him up.
Oh, he's blinking.
It makes me do a hard reset with my brain. I can't. Hold on. Nope, it's not doing it. Look, Boyd, with a limp, walks back to Fort Spencer. They find him. And then,
Cleve saves the day.
Well, he's like, Boyd? And then Colonel Knox comes in because he's the doctor, and he just kind of, blows on the wound and is like, yeah, that's good now. And then we're good.
He's a veterinarian.
And he drinks so much that probably, sanitized.
That's true.
Oh, God. Yeah, bourbon
it also
breath.
killed all the COVID.
Yeah.
Definitely. For sure. But now they're just hanging out. The big colonel from the beginning comes back with his little lackey, and they're like, Boyd.
But he's a general.
General.
Boyd has a little conversation with Martha.
Oh, right. Because he goes into George's tent. He's trying to find the skin cloth of the Wendigo.
Yeah. When
I know I said it
Blendanger.
wrong. I'm making a point. Has it like, Martha, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me how to stop it. Martha, I'm Batman. Martha.
Why'd you say that name?
Why'd you say that name, Martha? I did not kill him. How do you stop it? And she's like, bro.
You don't.
Bro, you don't,
Dog.
bro. You gotta kill yourself, bro.
It's when to go, not when to stop.
Holy shit.
And you gotta know when it's your time, when to go. And
But
it's your
I
time.
think you could stop it because he was fine.
Well, it's no, because now he's hungry.
Well, now he's not fine, but the first time he did it back in the day,
Because
when
that
he
was just that was just a little
It's a little drippage,
It's drippage
little
of blood. Who hasn't done that? That's fine. But he has now.
You can pass that much blood between each other during sexual intercourse. Like that's not going to turn you into a Wendigo.
You into blood play, dog?
You never done leech play, Daniel? Is that what I'm hearing from you?
All I'm just saying is, look, there's no time that is
Slug
inappropriate
play?
for you to go
Yeah.
down on your lady.
Leech play?
Okay.
Nah. Wait, what?
What?
Hmm?
What did you just say?
I feel like you just said something horrible, but I don't know.
That's what we do here. That's what we do. I love to taste the pennies in the morning.
Oh, I understand.
Oh, okay. I understand what you've done.
You fucking monster.
Look, there's no rules for love.
Well,
I
no,
think
there are. There are
I think
some.
there are.
There are some.
No rules. Now, why did these people, these higher ups, come to the camp again?
Because somehow they got word that the whole party is dead, right? All the commanding
it's
officers
like,
are gone.
Boyd sent out a letter. And it said they just don't show it. But
Did we send Cleves?
no, they sent a letter.
They would have sent Martha.
Mailman. Who
Let's
they
be
send
honest.
the letter with?
Martha.
A mailman came and picked it up.
You think, Martha went out with the letter?
Martha. Martha's the only competent one here.
Martha is the only
That's
competent
true.
one. Poor Martha.
I know, right? General comes and he's like, Boyd, we checked the cave. No bodies.
Nothing.
No blood. Nothing. It would not be considered a lie if you were to be like, I think I just got lost from my party. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Like, they're like, we know you're a fuck up, so just, look, we expect you to fuck up. Maybe
That's
you
why
lost
you're
them all
here,
out there.
so you can fuck up where you won't bother anybody.
Calhoun, how does he, like, trick them into thinking he's a colonel and, like, gets posted there immediately?
Oh, he's got the uniform.
He's got the uniform. And how do you know what Colonel Ives looks like?
Yeah, but how does he get that post to go up like, hey, give me the post over here? And they're like,
That's
oh,
why
yeah,
I think.
Colonel Ives,
That's
sure.
why I think Ives was gonna go on his was gonna be sent there. Was being sent there, and he just intercepted him.
And perhaps, okay, so Ives' party goes missing, and then they send Boyd there to be in charge instead? Or were they going to relieve Colonel Hart? Because Ives is also a colonel.
He's there to replace. I don't know.
It's not spelled out. This one's a plot hole.
I don't know that
but
it's
hey,
a plot hole. There's no way to know who's who or who's supposed to be where, right?
Right, but why would the
Right.
general... How did he get access to Colonel Ives to make him the intermediate
You know what?
Right.
You know what? Plot hole.
plot
Because
hole?
how long has Boyd been back there recovering?
Plot hole number of days. That's how many.
Enough time for Ives to go Wendigo heal, have no scars, and go get with the next closest unit and be like, hey, man.
And visit a barber.
Yeah, and visit a barber because he's looking spiffy.
I want you... Would you, Colonel Ives, would you take off your shirt?
Okay, look.
Let me see
we
that
got
shoulder.
rid of Colonel Hart,
Hmm?
okay, for this kind of nonsense. You can't
That's
come in
right.
here and just do that.
This kind of workplace behavior is just no longer acceptable in the military. But could you take off your shirt for me?
Yeah, like, look, it's fine. Now,
The looks
Cleves-
Ives is giving. This is such good acting.
it's so good.
Oh my god.
He's like, "Oh, you want to see the bullet hole? Is that what you want to see?
Oh, okay, how about the other shoulder?
Oh, strike a pose. How's
Strike
that?
a pose. I want to point
How
out
about
that
this?
Cleves is wearing a purple scarf,
Okay.
and he's got, like claws on a necklace or teeth.
Yeah, like yes.
Yeah, and that means something.
Excellent.
I needed you to know
The
that.
claws represent their manifest destiny, right? And it's grasping for things that
Grasping
are not
for meaning that's not there.
That's for me. That's not there.
So the purple, he's the only one wearing it because he's the only
Purple
one, like,
is,
living his own life.
A regal color. Yes.
This is true.
Yes. Yes. So
They let David Arquette pick out his clothes, is what I'm guessing.
Well, he got to play with torches too, and he got to put that ox skull back on there, and he got to wield the big hammer.
And he just had such a good time. He get to like stare right into the camera and give a wink.
He smelled some flowers. He had and then he gets hammered in the back by Boyd.
Because Boyd's hungry.
And then he gets knifed by Boyd. Why would he do that?
Yeah, but then he's all like giggling and laughing. It's a desire.
Yeah, we've all been there. We've all wanted to stab David Arquette. Have we? I haven't. I just wanted to see if you guys were going to admit to it.
Now, David Arquette was
legally, it would be in my best
Freaks.
interest for me to not admit to wanting to stab David Arquette.
Would you
one
say
day in the future, it's highly likely that this happens, and then I get pulled into questioning, be like, where were you when someone stabbed David Arquette? And me, I'd be like, oh, I was watching my favorite movie, Eight-Legged Freaks, because I would never stab David Arquette. I love him.
I was enjoying Ready to Rumble.
I was enjoying
The Quarry, the video game.
I was enjoying The Quarry.
I'm a big fan of all the Arquette family.
Yeah. But Patricia? Is that one?
Yeah. And Alexa.
Scooter? Is that one?
And
Shanks?
I liked Courtney Cox while she was in the Arquette family, but as soon as she lost that Arquette, done with her.
Had to ditch her.
You don't hurt Davey.
What I'm saying is I didn't stab David Arquette.
Oh, okay, good.
What I'm saying is this scene right here.
Which scene?
Where it's after... I'm going to explain it to you. So it's after
Don't
he has
worry,
the dream.
Ryan. He's going to explain it to you.
Don't worry. So after he has the little dream thing where he's eating David Arquette, and he's got the knife from him earlier, and it's clear now that Ives is going to be in charge. They're all sitting in the main room around the fire, and like Boyd is over there just like he is drowsy. He is falling asleep, and it's all quiet. And Ives shuts the book. And he jumps up with the knife, and everyone like panics, like they're ready for him to go. What's more Thanksgiving than that? Like someone is this close to killing someone at every Thanksgiving. Like it's all right there underneath the surface, and all we need is that little push.
Madness is like gravity.
Joker.
Yeah, that's good, Kenny.
Heath Ledger not in this movie.
Could have been. He was alive.
He would have been a better... Oh, no.
Who would he have been a better?
I was going to say he would have been a better David Arquette.
He would have been a better David Arquette.
Because otherwise, Otherwise, I don't want to replace anyone else in this movie.
Ryan wants to keep Jeffrey Jones.
For the performance?
He would have.
Yeah.
He would have been 20 in this. 1920. So...
Wait.
Yes. 1920 is also a German restaurant down the block, which has really good German food.
Oh.
So you hear that, Kenny? You and I can just go down the block.
Down the block in China, get some nice German food. I think 20-year-old Heath Ledger would probably have played George.
The Native American?
Sorry, he would have been a Native American.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys don't think he could do it?
Brother to Martha.
Props to this movie for actually getting Native Americans, by the way.
You don't think he can do it?
I don't think he can do it. You heard it here first.
He's a phenomenal actor. I mean, he can't do it now, but he could have.
He's not even American.
Yeah.
I would be double offended.
And they were the stars of The Patriot.
He wasn't the star of The Patriot. He died in The Patriot.
I said they were. I said neither is Mel Gibson.
Well, okay. First of all, Mel Gibson's racism and he didn't like Jews either, right? What's more American? What's more American than that?
No, what's more Nazi Germany than that? That's not our thing.
That's pretty American.
Yeah, we hate everybody now. Everyone hates everyone. That's not what Thanksgiving is about. Stop hating people. Listeners.
Thanksgiving's about sharing food and watching the Cowboys lose.
They are not going to lose. They are the greatest team to ever do it, ever. And you're going to watch that. You're going to watch that parade.
You see how skillfully I did that?
and you're going to watch Freebirds, because that's the best Thanksgiving movie ever. And we should have done Freebirds.
What is that?
It's where the turkeys go back in time to stop the first Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Have you not seen Freebirds?
Why do they do that?
Because they don't want to be on the menu, dog. You know what gets put on the menu instead? Pizza for Thanksgiving, Daniel. That's what they do.
Pizza wasn't a thing yet.
Because it was time travel. Did you miss the part where I said they go back in time, Daniel?
Okay, so these are turkeys going back in time, right?
Yes, because they broke into the White House secret chamber underneath because he was the pardoned turkey. and they get into the thing because the other turkey
He didn't pardon
found
all
out
the
that
turkeys.
he found out he was the chosen turkey, and like he had to save him and get him there. And they go back in time and they meet up with the wild turkeys, which are way more competent than the current domesticated turkeys, and they gotta protect all the turkeys from the hunters back then from starting the first Thanksgiving. And he remembers, oh yeah, when I was living that high life in the White House, you know what was good? Pizza. And so then he goes back to the future, he gets pizza, brings it back in time, and he gives that to the Pilgrims and all the Native Americans, and then they eat the pizza, and it's great. They don't even take into account that some of the pepperoni could be turkey pepperoni. We're not going to talk about that. But anyway, now Thanksgiving is pizza.
Manifest Destiny.
It's a good
Westward
movie.
Expansion.
Wowzers.
But seriously though, you should watch Freebirds. It is really hilarious. It's
I don't
got
think I
great
need
cast.
to now.
I think I've I've had a Kenny explanation. I'm good. I've now seen the movie.
I don't know why. Look, Christine would love it. You should show her Freebirds. Better than Finding Nemo.
Well, that's high praise.
Yeah.
That's a big claim.
Look.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
So we're looking around, and we're gonna confront Colonel Ives because you know what? We're gonna kill him. He's a bad guy, but he's gonna give this awesome speech about the power of eating people. Cured my tuberculosis, made me virile. Know what I'm saying? This guy does.
Is he talking about his dick?
I think so.
It's virile. This is before climate change messed up his PNR.
Right. He doesn't have access to that scientific paper that we learned about from Old Ancestor about climate and male, we'll say, productivity. Okay, but he'll get there. Now
He'll get there.
we have the confrontation, but what happens? Oh, he Boyd slices
his arm.
St. Ives. Colonel Ives' hand. St. Ives. As I was traveling to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. And slices his hand and like, oh no! And Martha's like, you fucking loser, you kill him, I kill you. And everyone's like, Boyd,
Yeah.
I'm putting you under arrest.
I'll put you under arrest. Yeah, Knox. You ain't putting nobody. And then
Cleves.
Knox is trying to patch up Ives.
Go put Boyd under arrest. But you know what?
I can't find them.
Can't be,
I'm like, well, go look around, woman.
Oh, he says, well, did you check outside? No. Well, check outside, woman.
Yeah, what happens when she checks the barn?
Oh, man. She finds
Horse is
out
dead.
it's off to the races, but she arrived too late. But she could get ahead of him now because the
All the
heads are just
horses.
hanging from the
Yeah,
barn.
they're
That was a
hanging
weird
there.
way. That was a weird way to get to that, but you
All
did it.
the
You
horses
did it.
are dead.
All the pretty
All the
horses.
horses are
all
dead.
the pretty horses.
And the horses are dead. All
And
the horses are dead.
Then some blood dripped onto Martha from the roof.
Blood dripped on the Martha.
I had a dream
Get
that it
dream?
was raining blood on my head.
And it turns out it was Cleves. He was killed off camera, and that's sad.
That's sad. And now Colonel Knox not happy. So he goes over, finds Boyd, and goes,
Oh my God.
This one's for Cleves. Headbutt. And
No.
And here's whiskey
Yeah, I was gonna say,
from
you were
a
lining up
horse.
for a punch. Oh.
Yeah, the punch is for
Beer
my
for
horse.
my men.
Who does that? Who walks into the room like, I'm about to start this fight? Guy's sitting down and he starts to pull back like a punch and he just leans into a headbutt.
Who does that?
A
Colonel Knox.
psychopath.
He's a drunk.
Jesus.
Badass.
Oh
CQC.
my God. If you open your fight with a headbutt, the other guy's going to lose because like that guy, he has no fear.
Yeah,
Ugh.
but
All right, see you, Martha.
bye, Martha, because we need you to go do that 3-day journey to the other base because we're going to have a military
back more
prison. Breakfast, lunch, reinforcements, man.
Yeah. Need more meat.
Because turns out Colonel Ives
Otherwise,
has
we
a
can't have any
plan.
pudding.
He's got
What's
a
his plan?
His plan is, well, it turns out because Boyd is asking Ives, how'd you do it? I watched you the entire time. How did you kill the horses and Cleves? And Knox is all, you shut up. And he's like, Colonel Ives, my sword is missing. The one above the mantle, it's missing.
And I was like, okay.
He's like, I haven't seen it.
I didn't touch your sword.
I haven't lived here for very long. I didn't even realize there was a sword up there.
Yeah.
My sword is missing.
Oh, man. But Daniel, who has the sword?
The other guy.
Who's the other guy?
He's all
The guy who's
heart,
supposed to be dead
motherfucker.
that they thought was dead.
Colonel Hart is alive.
Colonel Hart. He's alive.
He's
not
a
dead.
survivor.
And he is a
He's gonna
Highlander
make it.
now. He's just walking around cutting heads off everybody.
I'm not sure why he left them alive.
He wanted a partner. It's going to be
lonely
easier if you get someone
being a
on
cannibal,
board.
Daniel.
But he would rather have Boyd.
Not at first, because he purposefully saves Colonel Hart. I think he would have just eaten Boyd.
I think he's enjoying messing with Boyd.
Right, it's Colonel Hart. I think that's like, come on, let's...
Yeah, because if he really was worried about Boyd, like, Boyd's the one who knows what he is. He would have offed Boyd earlier. But it's easier to cast suspicion on Boyd and allows him to draw out all this stuff, because he doesn't want to kill all his meat at once. That's how meat goes bad. You got to keep your meat fresh.
Yeah.
Like, Dr. Chud knew that.
I thought you had to keep your meat in water.
Yeah, you keep it wet and you keep it alive.
Yeah.
Because that's what Dr. Chud did. And they know.
They know.
They know.
It is known.
It is known.
Now we find out what's the master plan. The master plan here is we're going to have Colonel Ives, we're going to have Colonel Hart, and we want Boyd, and we're also going to get the general, and we're all just kind of a nice big cannibal family. And once the weather breaks and all these travelers are coming through the fort, we won't kill indiscriminately. No, selectively. Good God. We don't want to break up families.
Nah,
We're
that'd
not
be
monsters.
awful.
That would just be...
Like, we'll eat the 14-year-old boys. And Hart has to go.
I've decided I do want to be with Boyd and not with Hart.
Always wanted to be Boyd. Boyd, it's always you.
It was always you, Boyd.
It's always you. That stew looks so fucking good.
They're like, all right, Boyd, you're either going to be with us or not. And Boyd's like, I can't do it. So Colonel Ives is like, yeah, okay. Stab, gut. And they're like, all right, it's not fatal, but you're either going to eat Colonel Knox soup or you're going to die.
Yeah,
starve.
We've all been there.
You know, eat or starve, live or die.
We've all been there.
Well, it was Ben Franklin who said,
don't start none, won't be none.
I think he said, eat to live, don't live to eat.
Did you hear about all the skeletons they found under his house?
Well, that's what House of 1,000 Corpses was based on.
Fair.
You mean all his dead mistresses? You don't tell Ben Franklin you're pregnant.
I think Ben Franklin would be into it.
You think Ben Franklin was a Wendigo?
No, I think Ben Franklin was into fat chicks.
Oh.
I always thought Ben Franklin was gay.
No, Ben Franklin fucked.
Oh, yeah, but other men.
I bet he fucked everybody, actually.
Okay,
if Ben Franklin was gay, he couldn't have been president back then.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
We would not have let a gay man be president.
We would not back then in like 2003. Listen, I think Ives and Boyd would have been a great duo.
Buddy cop movies out of these guys would have been amazing.
Absolutely.
Because the whole time, like, Boyd is still just waiting for his moment to actually, like, convince other people that Ives is the bad guy, and he keeps trying to kill him, and he keeps getting, like, thwarted. So he keeps eating the people that are like, well, they're already dead. I might as well stay alive to try to end your evil. And this goes on for centuries, and eventually they're begrudging, like, friends.
It's Lestat and that other one.
Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Now, you guys tell me, what do you hunger for?
Pizza.
Right, that's a perfect Thanksgiving food. Turkeys are right.
Reuben sandwich.
A Reuben sandwich.
I haven't had a good Reuben in a while. I've got a corned beef brisket in the freezer right now, Ryan. I could.
Catfish is good. Pizza's good. Stew is good. Chicken is good. Turkey is good. Catfish is good. Pumpkin pie is good. Donuts are good. Apple fritters are good. Chips are good. Skittles are good. Starburst. I almost said Stardust. Can you imagine eating Stardust?
I mean, that is just basically eating people,
fill the
right?
galaxies inside of you.
Oh my god. Dogs are good. Cats are good. People are good.
They are good. So that stew?
I think it's lamb stew.
I think it's Knox
Is it
stew.
lamb?
No, they killed Colonel Knox and they cut him up and they put him in the soup. What are you talking about?
I mean, did they shave him first? Like, because they could watch a Friday movie and they'll tell them how to shave him. Lamb stew.
It was lamb stew, Daniel. I'm surprised.
And apparently,
I thought it was Knox stew.
Apparently, vegetarian Guy Pearce actually chewed it and then would spit it out in between takes. And I'm just like, why did you have to make him even put it in his mouth? You could have gotten around that.
No, we need to see him eat it.
He never swallows it, so he can choose some fake meat.
Yeah. But we need to see him put it in his mouth.
I don't think fake meat was at the same level. Like, there was no Beyond Meat back then.
I'm not talking edible fake meat. I'm talking like a fake meat substitute. I mean, do you know what they use to make, like, raw chicken in movies that people have to put in their mouth?
No.
It's like pears. You slice up a pear.
What movies do people have to eat raw chicken?
Thunder Force.
What the fuck is that?
Oh.
That's a good time.
What is that? Give me the synopsis of that, kind of like you did with Turkey Quest.
Oh, loud comedy lady, white lady, has smart, talented, black lady, and she makes superpowers to give to fight bad people that have superpowers. And her loud actress, white lady friend,
I'm looking for the exit.
Sneaks into the
where's the ripcord?
And then she accidentally gives herself the powers, and she shouldn't have them because she's irresponsible. And then they both get powers, and they have to fight the baddies. And then Mr. Arrested Development has claws and falls in love with the loud white lady.
So here's the neat thing. This is where we cut that out, and then that's where we put our advertising. That little spot right there.
It's good to know these things. It's that Netflix superhero movie with Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer and Jason Bateman has claws. She eats raw chicken in that.
Okay.
He asked, I answered. You don't want to answer to a question, don't ask me.
He's right.
Would you guys eat this too?
Of course.
Are you willing to be a Wendigo? Not only am I willing, I kind of want to be.
I want the power. This is capitalism.
We could eat the prisoners. Or, do you still get power if they die of natural causes?
Yeah, what's his dick died of natural causes? Well, kind of.
I'm sorry, what?
Who? Reichert?
Oh.
No, he got stabbed, so he died in the prime of his life.
But he didn't, Boyd didn't kill him.
Right, but what I'm saying, when I say natural causes, they died of some sort of disease, or they're just old, so they don't have a lot of good life, so you have to be taken out when you got a lot of good life left in you.
So look, he's checking his notes. He's turned around and grabbed a weird-looking book off his shelf. It appears to be made out of human flesh.
It's my Necronomicon.
That's what I was going to say. He finally found it. It was actually behind his Tootsie vinyl. He'd eat the Tootsies first, I'll tell you right now. He's gobbling up them Tootsies.
He's not going to talk again the rest of this episode.
He's done. It's a miracle.
Where are we?
Thanksgiving!
I don't know. What happened?
So they're still trying to convince Boyd.
Oh my god, that was 20 minutes ago, real time.
With them. Yeah. And look, you gotta be one of us. Hart's you gotta be one. Where the people are gonna come here. You're gonna be one of us. We're all gonna be together. Look,
one of us.
Breakfast, lunch, reinforcements, okay? I'm just saying, I'd hang out with Ives.
He'd probably eat you, though.
Not if I'm a Wendigo too, then we're Wendigo dudes.
Look,
we're just two Wendigo dudes living together, banging each other, ruling the galaxy.
A detective shows up and says, I'm investigating Wendigo on Wendigo violence. I've heard some reports. He pulls out his badge, and oh my god, what does he find? Because Boyd just wants to commit violence on other Wendigos. He's a bad Wendigo.
He's a bad Wendigo, and this is the part where I get kicked out of the Wendigo party because I continuously find ways to insert the word Wendigo into things. I'm like, well, now you've Wendigon and done it, Boyd.
And they're like, you don't know when to go.
Oh, man. I didn't know that was lamb stew. I thought it was Wendigo. Sometimes you gotta know when to stay, and sometimes you gotta know when to go. But we still have the ending of this movie to talk about.
I gotta know when to hold them.
There's 2 hours of this movie left.
Oh my god, we've talked about it for longer than we've talked about something for longer than the movie's been. Ives is out there watching the food come, and Boyd decides to just get behind Hart and
so he's like,
slice him.
They have a conversation.
Because Boyd is like, he ate the soup. He's all healed up. Right is right. Hart comes and Boyd's like, I need some fresh air. And Hart's like, well, can you be trusted? Boyd's like, nope. All right, fine. So he takes him to where Hart... And you know what? Colonel Hart has the fastest turnaround just because he doesn't have his toys anymore. He's looking around, and he's like, oh, my books are gone. I can crack these nuts I couldn't before.
That is true. He has the strength to crack the nuts.
What is life? I don't want to be a cannibal anymore. Go ahead and kill me. His turn is really fast.
It's like, yeah, you got me.
Know
this
why?
Is a bad deal.
Boyd is just such a downer. He makes
Boyd
everyone
reminded
around
him
depressed.
Of the philosophers that Hartman enjoyed so much. He's like, Aristotle, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh,
Aristotle wasn't a Wendigo.
Aristotle wasn't a Wendigo, dog. You're right. Kill me.
And he's like, please do it.
But no, I think Ryan's right. Just the prospect of spending eternity.
A whole
with
other winter
Boyd.
with Boyd. Oh
Okay.
God.
So he doesn't have his books. Where did his books go?
We had to
We had to take him
roll
because he's
some
dead.
joints.
Right.
He
Cleaves,
doesn't have to
smoked
be.
him.
He doesn't have to be dead. They could just said, "Look, the other guys, they fell off the cliff, but I made it back. Problem solved.
Yeah.
You can get your toys back."
Yeah.
He's not
You
thinking
know, you
clearly
always get
because
more books.
Boyd's putting out a
Because
pheromone.
Boyd,
He's
actually,
putting out that
Boyd is a downer.
pheromone.
You're right.
Boyd's a downer. Bringing everyone down. God damn it, Boyd.
And I started playing with my clippers. Get them out of here.
Wait, when to go, Daniel? I heard them ping off of something.
Yeah, they hit something. They're gone now. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. So we're going to get our showdown now between Ives and Boyd. Do we both got a sword? I know we got a big bear trap.
Calhoun? No, not Calhoun. Boyd gets a sword. He's all swinging it. Hada! Hada! Because he knocks his other sword.
He gets Nox's other sword.
You heard what he said.
Did anything I say not make sense?
Not a maker.
And he do a...
Hold on. How do I say it? Like, okay, hold on.
He do a heck of a good swing, and then it go.
It go, ha-pachoo! And the wind go, ah-ya!
And then Ives drops down through the ceiling like John Cena and starts beating him with the log.
Oh,
then-
so funny about this log. So, yeah, he hits him a couple times. And when Boyd, it's after he picks up the cleaver
pitchfork?
from the... So it's pitchfork or stabbed. And then he goes and picks up the cleaver that's in a log and he hits him on the hand. And Colonel Ives is like, T-Rex time. But then Boyd reaches down to pick up a white log. And this time when I watched, I could see that he picked it up and then his thumb like easily made an indent in it. An impression. I'm like, oh, that's filled with air. Okay.
That's
That's
air
a
log.
blow up log. You can watch
Right, we've all
it. You
got
can
a
watch it
blow-up
again. I'm
log.
just like, oh,
They're
I
whacking
see
each
it.
other with pool toys.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
because he
I'm
takes it
watching
and
it
hits
right
him in
now.
the face.
When I was looking for that thing on the stew, I browsed past the fact that entire fight thing was not scripted. They had something else they wanted to do, and they decided, let's just beat the shit out of each other instead. And I'd see the log scene right now. Yeah, his hand is crushing that.
Watch that because he's holding it. He's
Yeah,
gripping it.
Yeah.
Or we can say, you know what? He's got the strength of the
Ooh, that's
I mean,
Wendigo.
he's got
Wendigo strength.
the cannibal strength. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's also probably filled with air.
I'm assuming Ives
Could be.
got a Jesus complex because he put that cross on his forehead. I don't remember
He's
his
got
reasoning.
some weird, because you remember he had the whole tub being rebirthed baptism scene at the beginning. Yeah,
It's
who
like
cares? But
So, yeah. He's a messiah. He's got a messiah
he's got
complex.
he thinks I am the chosen one. Okay.
All right.
All right. But you know what? This time, Boyd set a trap.
That's good because he got stabbed like in the spine.
Oh yeah, they're both hurting.
They're both
It's
hurt.
real bad.
But you know what?
I mean, he drops a roof on him.
They do. But then, at the end, all they want to do is dance. So let them dance.
But after he comes out like Super Shredder, though,
Yes, after he comes
out
out
of
like
the glass roof.
Mm.
Okay, the people need to know.
Okay.
Arms in the air. Super Shredder. Don't ignore this.
I'm very sorry.
I'm trying
Thank
to
you.
ignore it.
Thank you. Go on.
Well, I mean,
When to go ahead.
so Ives pulls a knife out of Boyd's back, but then he just drops it and he grabs him by the collars, and then Boyd's like, "Yeah, let's dance." And he grabs him by the collars, and then they do the do-si-do a couple times, but then they fall. He pulls him down into the hay, and I'm like, "Oh, away in a manger, no crib." Oh, slap! Bear trap.
Robert Carlyle's hand acting in this movie is so good, and he doesn't need to do it. I don't know why he's doing it, but I love it.
I'm glad he's doing it. Yeah.
Everything. It's all hands with him. I wonder if he's a hand model.
I wonder.
I agree, though. That is a fucking huge bear trap.
It's so big.
So big.
Are bear traps that big?
I don't think
I
they
feel
gotta
like normally
be.
they're not.
I don't.
Unless it's going to be like a bear trap.
This is a dinosaur trap.
Also, the way it goes over the two of them, do you think that would kill Ives?
Well, they show. So the perspective is a little wonky, but they show later that they're not. He's not directly on top of them. He's more to the side.
More
of
to
them.
the side, right? And even then,
Yeah.
you get the pressure, that immediate slam.
And it's coming up both ways too, right?
Well, no. So the bottom, like one half just stays still, and the other one just slams down, and
Is
it
that
looks
how
like it just
they
hits
all?
Boyd.
Is that how bear traps work?
Well, I think they normally clamp.
So I think they do that, but because this is a movie, they probably couldn't get it to do that.
Yeah, they didn't. All it shows.
So you gotta
all
use
it
your
looks
imagination to think that it's doing that.
Well, then they shouldn't have showed what happened when they did it, because literally it just shows it clamping down, and Boyd takes the brunt of the force. So now they're just stuck together, best friends forever.
Best friends forever.
And you know who's in charge now?
Martha. And she
And she just leaves. She just leaves.
She's like, nah, man. You stupid white people. You just killing each other.
Stupid white people.
You go, nah, man, nah.
Because earlier in the movie, George, he says this is a Wendigo.
Yeah, no one listens.
And isn't it an ancient Native American proverb? Told you so?
Yeah, told you so. I told you so. Yeah, Martha's like, look, I'm going to Wendigo about my business. You guys Wendigo about yours.
She's like, unlike
I'm
you,
go out.
I know when to go.
I would have liked it if she had set the building on fire on her way out.
Yeah, might as well.
Make sure there's no more Wendigos.
Martha was like, I'm going to burn this mother down. And George was like, you better not. You better not. That's an Orange County reference.
Orange County.
Went over my head.
Jack Black.
One
of our listeners will get this. Okay.
One of our listeners.
Okay, but the guys that show up, he eats the stew.
Yeah, but it's always my question. If someone puts like some drugs in your food or drink and you take it, but you don't know that you've taken it, are you immediately addicted? No.
If it's an addictive drug,
but
you're going to have the craving, you won't know what it's for.
Right.
You won't not know what it's for. But
I think the Wendigo is a spiritual drug. It's a curse. So the craving will come to him. He'll get it eventually. It's, he's Wendigon too far. And it's...
The Wendigi come for us all.
This episode has Wendigon on for too long.
Oh!
It's Thanksgiving, Daniel.
It's Thanksgiving. It's about family. It's about listening to arguments. It's about cannibalism.
Look, find that family member you can't stand at Thanksgiving this year, Daniel.
I
need
found
you to...
2 of them.
And imagine their heads as apple fritters that you could just pop in your mouth.
Can you guess which 2?
No, I was going to say you lay down with them on a bear trap and you force yourself to have a good cuddle time and you get over your differences. Can I guess which 2? Cameron and Christopher.
You got it.
Twins freak you out. I understand.
They smell.
Twins smell. Babies smell. And look, Wendigo doesn't want to be fed. Wendigo wants to... Now, Martha came back in there on a horse, but she just walks back out. She's like, you're not coming after me with no bills or nothing.
I don't think you keep the horse in the fort, do you?
Well, it's the other guys that'll take care of it. Oh, you think they house the horses?
Because think about it, the last horses they kept in there didn't turn out well for them.
That's true. That was a good movie.
It was pretty good.
Okay, what do you recommend before we leave?
Cannibal
the Musical.
Sure.
Yep.
What are other good Wendigo movies? What are other good cannibal movies?
Bonehack, Tommy Knockers.
That's a good horror western.
Never Tommy Knockers.
I'm okay with Tommy Knockers.
No.
Never the Langoliers.
Okay, yeah, never Langoliers, for sure.
What's wrong with Langoliers? Little Pac-Mans?
It's boring.
You're boring.
Yeah.
Other cannibal or Wendigo movies. Dark Was the Night? That's a great Wendigo movie. Different kind of Wendigo.
I don't think those are Wendigos.
It specifically says they are.
You can name a thing, but it's not a thing.
How about
the first episode of Supernatural?
That's, yep.
Bones and All.
Until Dawn, the video game.
Yep.
Friday the 13th, the remake.
Yeah, he's probably eating people.
He was eating people.
I guess.
Cannibal? He eats people.
Who does?
Hannibal Lecter.
No, he doesn't.
He likes it.
He does not.
He likes it. He's not a Wendigo, though. He could be.
Jurassic Park?
Yeah, there's a lot of cannibalism in there.
Schindler's List?
Freebirds.
Titanic?
You should watch the Cowboys beat the Commanders today and check out that halftime show as performed by Dolly Parton. No more Rex? Well, I hope you're all ready for tomorrow's episode. Black Friday!
Is there a sale?
There's a sale on our hearts, because that movie has horror icons in it galore. We're going to have a good time with that. And
I remember not liking this movie.
I remember wishing it was better, but still being okay with it.
I've never seen it.
Perfect. Great. So, as always, I've been your horrible host who really could go for a nice bowl of stew right now, Kenny.
I've been your horrible host you don't want to be alone in a tent with because I will lick you at some point, Daniel.
I've been wiggling my toes as a lure, Ryan.
You want to do a different one, Ryan? I'll let you do a different one if you don't like that one.
You try again?
Try again?
What's wrong with my toe wiggling?
Let him Wendigo again.
Oh, okay. I've been...
This is the part where I interject horrible people to tell you that Ryan is still thinking really hard about what he wants to say. And perhaps this has been a very difficult episode for him.
Well, howdy, it's me, the other guy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and just maybe by the time you've done that, Ryan will figure out what the fuck he wants to say.
How about I've been your leprechaun actor in the woods, Ryan?
Nailed it. First try.
No one was leprechaun. What are you talking about?
It's all good.
It was
Let him have this.
Rumpelstiltskin.
I've been your hero who steals the coat off a corpse, Ryan.
You don't need this anymore, Boyd. No. Reich? What movie?
No, all right, I'm gonna do Ryan's exit for him. I've been your disappointment, Ryan.
Happy Thanksgiving, fuckers.
When didn't I get an apple fritter?